Murders and serial killings are truly sad and terrifying stories that can appear on the news every day. The solid affection and trust that support humanity have been disturbed by these men. They are typically cold-blooded psychopaths who have no issue killing another person, frequently just for their own amusement. Then again, there are those who have effectively stolen the spotlight by drawing attention to the heinous crimes against humanity. Stay with us as we talk about who made it to the list of the top 5 world's most famous serial killers. Top 5. Jeffrey Dahmer. When he was only 18 years old, Jeffrey Dahmer committed his first killing in 1978. After an African-American man escaped his grasp and flagged down police outside Milwaukee, Wisconsin, he continued to kill until his arrest in 1991. He specifically targeted young men and boys, luring them to his home under false pretenses, then torturing and killing them. He delivered a graphic account of cannibalism and necrophilia during his dramatic trial, which rekindled public interest in serial killers. In spite of receiving a 927-year prison term in 1992, Dahmer was murdered in 1994 by a fellow prisoner. Top 4. Ed Gein. Ever wonder where horror movies like Psycho and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre got their inspiration? They were influenced by the notorious Ed Theodore Gein case. In addition to other offenses, Ed is also accountable for the deaths of Mary Hogan in 1954 and Bernice Worden in 1957. He was left alone at the family farm after his father, brother, and mother all passed away within a 5-year period. He finally roped off areas of the house, converting it into a type of shrine to his mother. Ed Gein's works served as the inspiration for Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs, due to his love for using human flesh for furniture. Gein passed away in a mental facility in 1984, but his spirit is still present in Plainfield's rural areas. Top 3. John Wayne Gacy. There are different types of derangement, including the kind that characterizes serial killer John Wayne Gacy. Because of his profession as Pogo the Clown, attending children's birthday parties and humanitarian events, he earned the moniker Killer Clown. He had easy access to potential victims because of this line of work in the 1960s and 1970s. He attacked, raped, and killed at least 33 boys and young men. All of his victims were tortured and murdered inside his ranch house close to Norridge, a community in Norwood Park. He failed in his attempts to use insanity as a defense. As a result, he was found guilty of 33 charges of murder and put to death by lethal injection in 1994. Top 2. Jack the Ripper. In the late 1880s, Jack the Ripper used to prowl the city streets of London, killing over 100 people. The victims' missing organs and the murderer's apparent surgical background led to the creation of the nickname. The victims, mostly sex workers, had their throats cut open and their bodies cruelly dismembered with cutting knives. According to reports, the murderer wrote the London Metropolitan Police many letters mocking the brutal crimes. Jack the Ripper became iconic folklore in England because the crimes were never solved. The killings were carried out so deftly that the authorities were unable to even determine the gender of the murderer. Top 1. Ted Bundy. Theodore Ted Bundy, also known as the Lady Killer, must be included in any discussion about serial killers. Ted Bundy was a handsome, intelligent man who radiated charm. He seemed the least likely candidate for a serial killer, which made his 10-year murderous rampage across multiple states all the more shocking, and to some, fascinating. The trial of the serial killer was the first to be broadcast live on television. In an apartment search, it was discovered that Bundy had stored 12 severed heads as souvenirs. He welcomed journalists, took advantage of his popular status in media, and got several letters of support from people who wanted to put off his execution. However, it was unsuccessful, and he was electrocuted to death in 1989. And that is it for today's Top 5 list. Psychologists have spent a great deal of time trying to figure out why some people turn into serial killers. Does genetics play a role? Is a person's surroundings during their formative years more to blame for their actions? Or do some individuals become dreadful killers as a result of a combination of factors? What do you guys think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Before you leave, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done yet. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.